I will always be honest about that. And yeah, I just hope people are patient with me in this process because I'm learning. I'm still very young. My eyes are open to many things, but there's still things I need to learn for myself to grow within myself and find out who I truly am.
Can I
So I
ask you a
just wanted to put
question?
that out there. Yes, Michael.
Okay, I can't put my hand up, so but I'll have to just jump in every once in a while. You know, from the time you're born, you are divine perfection in motion. You are the greatest form of yourself from the time you take your first breath. You know, you are a divine creation unfolding every moment. And it doesn't matter what other people think. It really doesn't. What matters most is what you think, as long as you're not delusional. I have friends around me that have very inflated egos, and I've been in that boat when I was younger. Just know that whatever you look like, whatever you feel, whatever amount of capacity you have in your brain, there is someone who's going to connect with you energetically. And even if you get 2% of the population listening to you, you'll become insanely rich in many ways. So just know that if this brings you a sense of peace or excitement or helps you not be bored, gives you a sense of fulfillment in the sense of knowing that you're helping other people, I know in your heart, I can feel your heart, there's the nervousness still when you speak. And you don't need to be nervous because you're always and forever connected to, this lineage, right? Of infinite knowledge and potential. The Akashic Records is what it's called. And you're part of that because you're part of this human experience. You are divine perfection in motion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. And that's true. I still get very nervous speaking publicly and being very vulnerable. It's something I struggle with. I've been hurt a lot throughout my life by people who were supposed to love me. And it's very difficult to be so open, if that makes sense. So it's something I'm very much learning. And I know there's power in that vulnerability. So even though I am nervous, that's why I still choose to come into these spaces and be vulnerable with everyone and tell people where I'm at, because even though I'm still new on the journey, doesn't mean I don't have something to offer the world, if that makes sense. So thank you, Michael. We'll go to Veritas and then we'll finish with JC.
We got Jay Z in the house. What? um,
Chicka, 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 what?
yeah. So yeah, and what Michael said, and I agree wholeheartedly about whatever you are right now is divine creation. I've said it multiple times, and I think today in this space, and I've said in other spaces, that no matter what the experience is that you are having, and whatever creation you are, will never be more created than any other creation, and your experience, no matter what you're experiencing, will never be more or less experiency than anyone else's. In that regard, they're equal, and it is in that sense perfection. And a lot of my journey was basically set out in life, and I chose to experience a lot of quote unquote trauma as a kid, and so we could say that played the role of a victim for that. And then I grew up into my adulthood, and while there were some areas of me that were pretty kind to people, there were lots of other mistakes I made, quote unquote mistakes that I made, that, whether it was intentional or not, hurt other people. And so in that regard, I played the role of a villain. And then I had to, for me, my journey was I had to face that villain, and accept it, and it changed a lot of things within me. And I started settling on the